What's up, everybody? Welcome to Monday, day one of the 14-day intermittent fasting challenge. Buzzing to get started with you, and I hope you're as excited as me because this is going to be very, very good. I have a great feeling about this because I can see that a lot of you are struggling with the likes of, overeating, having absolutely no structure to your eating habits or your training habits or activity, and you feel a little bit out of control with everything. And I'm here to simplify your life, help you lower your stress around all of these things, and most importantly, get the results you want and put you on the road to success, to getting and keeping those results for life, yeah, for good, because that's what it's all about. No point in getting a result and then losing it. And I know you've done that before, probably on a 6 week challenge somewhere that was just way too strict and they didn't really care. They probably just wanted a before and after photo of you so they can get great marketing. That's what a lot of people do, unfortunately, in the fitness industry. Um, Go to extremes, push it really, really hard in classes and like make you cut carbohydrates or eat not a lot, basically. But we're actually going to look at the things that you probably won't even realize that give you way, way more bang for your buck when you want to get results and keep them, to get healthier, get leaner, and actually keep those results, which is sleep, which is eating slowly and managing stress levels and eating loads of protein. Especially as we age over 30, we need more protein than usual because our body um, cannot process it, basically. So we every year after the age of 30, we need 1% more. And that's to maintain muscle mass, bone density, and general health and well-being and strength as we age. So if you're over 30, we need to start looking at that a lot. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna go through basically why you should listen to me. Okay, so a lot of people here probably won't know me, but basically I've been in the fitness industry for 10 years. I've gone through all the bullshit myself. I have been overweight. I have been frustrated. I have had a mindset of all or nothing. And if I wasn't doing everything 100% correctly and to 100%, I would think, what's the point? Which is wrong. So that's the first lesson I want to teach you. You can see me down here at the bottom left, overweight, about 3-4 stone overweight. Uh, Covered myself up a lot, wore dark clothes, baggy clothes. Really didn't like being like on a beach or anything like that, especially around girls, believe it or not, friends. I was quite embarrassed. But one summer I changed my life over 3 months. And don't get me wrong, I've been chipping away at it ever since, believe it or not, because to get the results you want and actually keep them, um, it's a lifelong thing. Like you can't just disappear and go back to normal. But you don't need motivation forever. Believe it or not, motivation doesn't get you to where you need to be or want to be, because you need to basically set up the systems, create a lifestyle that is easy enough that you can actually achieve, first of all, like these changes in habits, and then create those habits where it becomes automatic and literally the things you do becomes you and a part of your identity, like going to the gym 3 times a week, doing some strength training, being generally active, eating some vegetables with most meals, some fruits, loads of protein, and being conscious of these things. So yeah, I'm buzzing to help you to make this change. So you can see down here, I made a change there. That was about over 3 years. I really got married at the age of 24. I was in good shape there, obviously. As you can see, compared to when I was 18, I lost about 3 stone, got into shape, and I did extremes and I did mad stuff as well. But then eventually I found the balance where I can enjoy my life, have some beers, um, party, enjoy food, barbecues with family and all that, and still get the results, keep them. And as you can see there, quite lean there, good bit of muscle shape, and it's all about building the muscle to the point where it's hard for fat on your body to actually exist because you've built up the strength and you've basically increased your metabolic rate, which is your metabolism, by building muscle. And you can see here as well there, Simon, um, absolute beginner, never trained, uh, got really good results as you can see there in 90 days. Did some intermittent fasting, structured his nutrition, and basically just ate healthier and moved more, started walking his dogs, and did some strength training 3-4 times a week. Laura here as well, as you can see, she lost 2 stone over 6 months. She was vegetarian, she did intermittent fasting, and she started training with weights. And she built more muscle, which is great. So she lost body fat, and she lost 2 stone in weight. But it's not all about losing weight. I just want to help you realize that, because she actually packed on weight, as in lean muscle mass, which helped her body shape look better in clothes, feel better, and increased the metabolism, as I said. So I don't want this to go on too long, so I'm gonna push through, because I know you guys have lives and you want to. I don't want to take up too much of your time. So we see the benefits here of intermittent fasting, right? Fat loss is obviously one of them, but it's not the main part. Appetite control. We're not designed to be eating so much. Like 100 years ago, we didn't have this Uber Eats. We didn't have access to fast food. We didn't have all this marketing and advertising making us want to eat. And we also eat more now because our lives are more stressful, because we're working more, we're in traffic, we have deadlines to meet. But I want you to realize that you only get one life, and you shouldn't always be thinking about, stress and making money and all that. Take time for yourself to relax, and I'll teach you about trying to do that as well. Even 5 minutes a day, it helps. Um, it improves your hormone health, which is great. So it increases testosterone in men and women in a good way. Don't be afraid of that, because and growth hormone, which protects muscle mass, protects your body's cells in every way, shape, or form, and generally just improves all of your hormones, including insulin and appetite control, which is absolutely brilliant. You improve you get sharper focus, basically, because when your body's not busy digesting, because we're eating every 3 hours and snacking, it can focus on doing the important things in life, like actually focusing on your work. Because digesting food is a big thing. I mean, you're constantly bombarding yourself, like, and chewing and eating. You can get a bit lazy. Do you ever notice when you eat a lot? Let's say at Christmas, you just feel like going to sleep and having meat sweats, and you just end up like feeling really sleepy. So you don't want to get to that point. You want to eat to the point where you're 80% full, first of all, and you do that, and you become satisfied with that when you eat slow. And I know you guys, some of you have a problem with eating really fast because you've developed those habits because you're so busy with life. But eating should be a form of meditation for you. Cellular repair and regeneration. This happens actually during sleep. Your body repairs itself and cleans out all the waste from all the cells. And people who don't sleep well and do that actually have more of a chance and a higher risk of Alzheimer's, depression, um, uh, dementia, and all these horrible diseases. So we're going to basically prolong the fast that you do from sleep, which should be 7 to 8 hours, by pushing your breakfast to about 11 o'clock, whatever suits you. I set these times and rules, but you actually can shift it around to suit you in your life. So don't feel like you're absolutely restrained to what I'm telling you to do. Just, it's a guide, and you can tweak it to your lifestyle. Also, can't remember. I'll get back to that. Muscle maintenance. That's a benefit. Simplicity of your lifestyle. So if you're not worrying about having breakfast straight away in the morning, you can wait till lunch. That's great, because then the mornings means you can do other stuff. Other important stuff that you might want to do, like getting a walk in, drinking loads of water, whatever you want to do in the morning. More sleep, maybe. Um, and then when you're only having 2, 3 meals a day, that's more simplicity. So you don't have to worry about having that 6 meals a day, because it increases your metabolism. That's bullshit. Don't need that. Another one, improving your metabolic health and insulin sensitivity. That's brilliant. Reduced inflammation. That's obviously brilliant. Brain health and the potential reduction of and the risks of cancers and heart disease. Another obviously brilliant reason why intermittent fasting is good, because it's been proven by science and the medical uh, people out there, society, community, whatever you want to call them, that it's very, very good for you. Fasting, obviously not to. There is a few caveats to that, like pregnant women going through menstruation, need to be careful with fasting, and people who probably have some sort of eating disorder, actually, as well, you should consult your doctor before you try any new health and fitness strategy. So yeah, just want to make sure you know that. Improve digestion and oral health. So if you're not stuffing your uh, stomach full of food all the time, you're going to improve your digestion. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel less bloated. And you're going to feel more light in your feet. When you lose the weight, then you're actually going to feel really good as well. And the appreciation for food. Believe it or not, when you fast, and I think this is one of the major benefits that I felt, anyways. I feel lighter, feel more focused, and I appreciate and I enjoy my food. When you constantly have access to food and you constantly eat out of habit and stress, going to the fridge every time you get a bit stressed or whatever, that's not good. And then when you do eat, you enjoy it much more and you appreciate it. Oral health, your dentist will always tell you, don't always snack throughout the day. Have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or lunch and dinner, whatever. Because when you're constantly putting food in your mouth, you know, the sugars and stuff, it's not really good, and the acids, even healthy food, believe it or not. So what is intermittent fasting? It's basically skipping meals in a purposeful way to prolong the benefits of the fasting that you have during sleep. Sleep is amazing, and if you do it right. So I know a lot of you guys also are on your phones late at night, probably eating and snacking late at night, and probably up watching TV late at night. I'm going to help you develop a routine that is realistic to improve that. And it could be, let's say you're usually going to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning after Netflix or whatever. Let's take that back to half 12. 2 weeks later, take it back to 12. Eventually getting you hopefully to bed for 11 o'clock or even before that, whatever you want. But the habit I want you to really get into is reduction of bright lights in your face at least 30 minutes before bed, and obviously caffeine late in the day, so no caffeine after 3 p.m. And what else do I want you to improve? Maybe buy those blue light blocker glasses. No phones after an hour before bed as well. And what else? There's loads of other things that I need to help you with, but it's all coming into training. I'm so excited for this. um, so yeah, it's really, really good intermittent fasting for most people. Not for everybody, not gonna lie to you. It's not for everybody, but for most people, it is really, really good. So if you struggle with those things, the stress of life because of no plan for a healthy meals, no structure, this is going to help you. I'm going to help also keep you accountable to these things over the next 6 weeks, and we're all going to give ourselves support inside the group, a little bit of peer pressure. So not knowing what to do because of all the conflict and information out there on the internet, I'm going to box all the good stuff together that you actually need and get rid of all the bullshit that you don't need. So I obviously know what I'm doing, so you're gonna know what you're doing by the end of this, hopefully. Simplicity. Uh, Simply eating too much, sorry, and feeling sluggish and low. We're gonna change that and help you feel high in a good way, not drugs way. And eating late. Eating late at night is what you don't want to do. And then knowing what to do in the gym and motivation for bad habits. And we're gonna increase your motivation, but develop the habits and systems where you don't actually need motivation, where it just happens. That's the key to success. And we're going to reduce those bad habits and improve and increase good habits. So it's not all about being perfect or the all or nothing attitude and getting rid of all the bad habits, because there isn't really bad habits or good habits. There's just the imbalance of good and bad. Better and worse is what we want. We want to get better from worse and improve a little bit each week. And that's it, folks, for today. Hopefully, you've learned a lot there. And now you just need to get on to your 24-hour fast. And then over the next 14 days, then get into your 16-hour fast and 8-hour eating window, having the 1 or 2 meals a day. And I'm going to show you now how to use your meal plan if you want that as well. You don't need to use the meal plan, but you have to realize that intermittent fasting isn't a magic bullet. If you overeat, you will still gain weight. But putting the structure together for you and reaping the benefits of intermittent fasting, like appetite control and stuff like that, will really help. And the structure will stop you from snacking at night or eating too early in the morning, and give you that window so you'll actually lose weight and create that calorie deficit in energy. So your body will actually eat into its fat stores. That's the idea. And yeah, I'm going to give you that meal plan, structured, calorie controlled meal plan as well. And that's on the next, I'll probably do that tomorrow.